The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Setting up the screen here, it's Barber. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They go play action. Winston. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Winston. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
Here we go, even. Let's go.
From the 16, Winston. That is caught at the 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Ready.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's Barber. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Peyton Barber, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
You can't block me. 58, right over there. Yeah, 58, right there. Big stop.
Now Newton. To the right side, and he's got more complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
45. Mike, 45.
From the gun, here's Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He was trying to go back to more there, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Here we go. Everyone go. Gun.
Throwing again. Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Throwing is Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Here we go. Right at the 8. 45. Watch the screen.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Panthers. Cam Newton. As the first half is winding down, and the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. And that's a critical touchdown. I don't want to be too hyperbolic or whatever, but they needed some points on the board before halftime.
They certainly did, and, you know, it's not going to erase everything that happened in the first half. Look, they got outplayed. There's no question about that. But now it gives them a chance to regroup, feel a little bit better about themselves. And how many games have we done where we've seen everything flip when another half begins? And by the way, did you say hyperbolic?
I did. Thank you.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Shift.
Winston. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5-0.
59's Mike. Check. 59.
Hey, 5-0.
He's coming. Double up.
Let's go.
Winston now. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half here, Winston. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a give here to Scarlett, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
That's it. Ready.
Check the out.
Gun. Ready.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Got a man, it's right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Hey.
On the handoff, it's Scarlett. Tackle made by Justin Evans.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
20.
Here we go again.
From the 36, Newton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Watch the
20.
Alert three.
Now the Auburn alum, Artis Payne. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check. 8. Great.
45 to Mike. Go.
Here it goes. Look at it.
From the gun, Newton flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Scarlett. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. His pass caught at the 4. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Winston and the Bucks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start on the ground with Barber. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Green, come and see. Get nervous.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. No chance.
Hey, thump.
From the 29, Winston. He's going to walk one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play, so it might as well have not even had the penalty.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. First down, they go with Barber again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Ready. Black, Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
On second down now, it's Barber. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
54. Hey, I'm coming.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Third and long for Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action. It's Newton. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 34. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Here we go. Here we go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Coming to you.
They run the counter. Barber. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. Once again, it's Barber. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good, and that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. Decent start there to the drive. Big hill to climb, needing 2 touchdowns, also a 2 two-point conversion.
So, partner, how do you eat an elephant?
I don't eat an elephant. Who eats elephant?
Well, if you do it one bite at a time. That's the way they've got to play this, one play at a time. Yes, there's urgency, but they have to be careful as well.
Let's go with like a 50-ounce ribeye. One bite at a time.
All right, I'm with you.
Now it's Newton. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yes, several. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they'd have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Barber on 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston, rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike, wait. Yeah. Watch it. Let's give it to Winston. Safety quick, go.
From the gun, Winston. Open man has got one. It's complete. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment and shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
Play action now, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. He was looking for Brashad Perriman. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready. Six man. Check girls, check girls.
To throw, Winston. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you've got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
Teddy, blue lady. Flip, flip, flip. In your face.
From the red zone now, Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Gay is on for the point after. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. Operating from the gun. Newton, and right with it here over the middle. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Carolina. Jarius Wright. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And he's going to get into the end zone for 2, and they're back within 2 scores, down 15 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, white 25. 59. Flip it, flip it, flip it. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Here we go.
The first down throw for Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll run the toss to Barber. Oh, Barber loses it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Even.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a hit and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
Green, triple team.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. This is caught inside the 15. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. 59. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
On 1st and 10, Winston buying time to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Jameis to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
59, Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Now he'll escape to his left. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Peyton Barber with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready?
Mike, 54. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw, Newton. Throw left side complete. It's Moore. The 20, 10, and a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Levante David. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. The 40, and that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Bucs, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.